Money talks, bullshit walks. Money talks, bullshit walks. Bear with me, folks, and let me explain why. Okay? No matter what, Diddy will always be a punk. He's Punk Diddy. That's what I call him. I stand by that. But folks, I'm going to tell you something in all honesty. Like the rest of the world, I've been watching the trial diligently. And I'm going to tell you, the Southern District of New York is not doing a good job. No. Now, why are they not doing a good job? You're listening to this trial, you're hearing about drugs, guns, drugs. You're hearing that. But yet, they did not charge him with any of that. Why? I think that's a good question. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm fairly familiar with the law. Now, for those of you who read my book here, The Accidental Gangster, you will see that I was charged with a gun charge that held a 5-year minimum mandatory sentence. I was charged that only because an informant said that he saw me give a gun to somebody else. Let me repeat that. I was charged. And I did 5 years minimum mandatory sentence because an informant said he saw me give a gun. And he never saw me. Never. That's all it took in the Eastern District. I think the prosecutors in the Eastern District are much more better than those in the Southern District. Just my thoughts, folks, and I'm only sharing you my thoughts. But why was Diddy not charged with that? And what? It's all we're hearing in the trial. Drugs and guns. Now, Cassie was with him for 10 years. I feel sorry for Cassie. She's doing an amazing job. Let me tell you, it takes a lot of, you got to be very gutsy to get on this stand and be there every day for an entire week, especially when you're almost going to have a baby here. But, they want to use that as an excuse that the prosecution wants to hurry up and because she's going to have the baby. Why are they doing that there? This is an 8-week trial. 8 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks they're predicting. Think of yourself as a juror. Listen to this all day long. The only thing you want to do is you want to get home. Okay, you're thinking about that dinner tonight, or you're thinking about your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Okay? But yet there you are, and you got to make a decision on somebody's life, and you got to sit there for over 2 months. That's very tough. And normally, in long trials, it's not good for the prosecution. They could work against the prosecution. Take the OJ case, for example. Although that was a state case. And state and federal are totally different. And, talking about state, I'm wondering if any of these charges that Diddy's facing are state charges. In New York, California, Florida, are they? I don't know. They possibly could be. So he might be facing another problem. But the way the trial is going now, and with those texts, the Cassie's, the defense are showing how much Cassie loved Punk Diddy. Okay, how she was looking forward to a freak party. How she put some parties together herself. She knows the name of every one of the sex workers. She's got an amazing memory. But you know what? We are all fallible. I don't know what else the prosecution is going to bring. But remember something about prosecutors, and don't forget this. If you look at our U.S. House of Representatives, the majority of them were prosecutors. And as we know, they are all multi-millionaires. Okay? You've seen it. You've seen it with the investigation Elon Musk did, how they all become multi-millionaires. So that's what I mean when I say money talks, bullshit walks. Did Diddy pay somebody in the U.S. Attorney's Office? Because at the end of the day, they're going to become politicians. So think about that. Money talks, bullshit walks. My prediction, Diddy has a very good chance of walking from this trial. It takes one juror. Okay? Only one.